Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Phil from Zaid Comics. We are back again. It is, what day is it today? Wednesday the 2nd. It's a brand new month, and we are here on the Zaid Comics channel to talk about an awesome new book that just landed on Indiegogo from some of my favorite creators. And if you guys haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to bring them on. But this book I've been waiting for a while, ever since I think Mark was talking about it on Bancroft's or some show when Rob Arnold, he mentioned when Rob Arnold did the like CG death match in Viking Wolf, was a big contender on that. It was so cool. I love the visuals, the design of the character, something brand new to this kind of horror-esque vigilante genre, mixing of some cool elements into one character. Let's see, we got Sweens in the chat. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. And let's get the guys in themselves. We got writer extraordinaire, also the moral compass of comics.
What's up, man?
How's it going? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and as well, one of my favorite new artists for about a year now, since I seen him first draw that graveyard shift pinup that you hired him to do, Mark. And then I was scurrying, keyboarding over, messaging you. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Matt Dalton. What's up, brother?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm so excited for this book to be crowdfunding right now. Everybody's getting to see your kick-ass art even more. And I'm so happy to have you guys on here. So we're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about Viking Wolf, this badass book. And I want to know, how did you guys meet and kind of get rolling on making comics together?
Matt and I have known each other for a few years now. We're both from the same area, so we have mutual friends, and we just met through comic conventions and started hanging out. And when I launched the Graveyard Shift merch store, I was a fan of Matt's artwork and commissioned him to do that Graveyard Shift piece. I'm not sure who hit me up first, you or Rob Arnold, but as soon as I posted that piece, both of you were in my DMs asking if Matt was available for commissions.
Rob's my arch nemesis.
But yeah, I don't even know how long we've known each other. Maybe 7 years, Matt?
I'm gonna say I met you at Baltimore in like 2014.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, let me pull that piece up because it is pretty insane. This is so fun, so bitchin', man. You know, Mick is yoked out of his mind. It's the best. Yeah, it is so cool. One of my favorite Graveyard Shift pieces right here. And people could get this on a shirt now, right?
Yeah, great. GraveyardShiftMerch.com.
Awesome. Kick ass. Let's see. We got Tentacle Pentacle in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Sween says, I'm your only watcher. What do I do? Tweet it out, man. I tweeted this out. If you guys want to go over to Twitter and share that, retweet it, let people know we're streaming. But yeah, Matt, how did you get into doing pinups and comic art and inking? Because I know you're an inker as well. You've inked some stuff for Graveyard Shift.
Yeah. I've done both, inking and penciling work over the years. But I mean, I went to school in Savannah, Georgia. I was enrolled in the sequential art program down there.
Awesome.
So that's sort of how I got my start. That was kind of the launching pad for me. And I don't know.
That's my phone. Sorry about that. Go on.
Different things over the years here and there. Between inking and illustration, and even art that non-comic related art as well. So.
Sure, that's awesome. And so, was Graveyard Shift stuff the first comic stuff you've done, like that has been published before?
Oh no, years ago. I'm trying to think with the first. I think it may have been something for Tokyo Pop that was first published. I was the inker. I did inks on StarCraft, Warcraft, Star Trek, And then I did some work for Radical Comics.
What a great name.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I did some work for, it was Image Comics through Ben Arroyo Pictures. I believe they were like partnered with them or something on a project. I don't remember what the project was, but
yeah.
No, this isn't the first thing I've had published.
Cool. Awesome. But this is some badass stuff, man. I know you were doing some kick-ass spreads and splashes, double pages, and this cover, man. This is insane. And it looks, oh man, the colors just make it pop too. I thought it looked awesome black and white, but this colors the glow effects, man. So
the colorist is Sebastian Chang.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's been just cranking out lots and lots of work lately. And he's been he's colored most of the variants that I've been doing. So I did some variant. I did a Red Sonja variant. I did a 2 Vampirella variants.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man.
So he's been picking up the colors on a lot of my work. He's really, really good. He really is. He really I think he brings my line work to another level for sure.
Yeah, and if you guys in the chat have backed the Lost Pages, we put out this bonus book for our comic, The Lost Pages, and you might be familiar with Matt's work because he did this kick-ass piece, which I blew up into a poster, which was the cover for our Crimstone short story. And that's I've been wanting to work with Matt, and we're like, oh man, I got to get you on a pinup or a cover or something. And we cranked that out, and it's like my favorite piece, man. It's so cool.
I like how he settled on that etch to sketch.
Yeah, because the funny story behind that, I'm like, yeah, I do whatever, like a cover, and you're like, you did this. He was holding up a sign like if it was a mugshot, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't really go with the attitude of the character. Like he's the imaginary friend is this chick, and so I actually was talking to my buddies about it, and someone came up with, turn into an Etch-a-Sketch. And so it worked out perfectly. I had Alan Alonso do the little drawing inside the Etch-a-Sketch, who's done a bunch of work for us. And it just came together. It's totally perfect. You know, it's kind of like.
Can I send that original to you?
Yes, I have the original. And I don't want to sell it because it's amazing. Yeah, it's kick-ass. I'll grab it in a second. But Mark, why don't we talk about Viking Wolf? How long have you kind of been working on this idea and kind of pitch the idea of what the story is about while I find this piece?
Sure. So after I met with Matt, we met up locally, and he gave me the original art for the Graveyard Shift piece. And I was just so blown away. I was like, you know how it is as a writer. You see a great artist, you're starting to think of books that you want to do with that person. And Matt wasn't really up for a book at first because he wanted to. Well, he was up for inking a book, but he didn't want to do interiors. And I was like, man, I got to get him to do something with me. So I had this character that I had been saving when John and I were outlining like the next 12 volumes of Graveyard Shift. We're introducing all these characters. In volume 4, there's like over 30 new characters we introduce. So I was just coming up with all these different ideas, and Viking Wolf was one of the ideas, but I thought he was so cool. I was like, he can't just be a supporting character. He's so cool. He needs his own book. So I saved him. I was like, sometime later, I'm going to develop this. Well, after talking with Matt, I was like, I'm writing Viking Wolf. And I wrote it, I think, that weekend. I sent it off to Matt, and I was like, I would love for you to do this book with me. And Matt agreed. He just asked if we brought another artist in to help. And that was Renzo, who had already been talking to, wanting to work with him. So it just all lined up perfectly.
Yeah, dude, I love that when you're so inspired to do a story and it just like comes out in 2 days. It's so cool. That's how the Graveyard Shift story that I wrote for you guys was like, it came out maybe like 3 days and then just formed up. And I think those are the best, especially after, you go through, edit it, add some more to it. But just those like fire ideas are, you got to write them down or they're going to go away, Those are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So this is just killer art between Matt and Renzo. Just loving this stuff, man. Just tell us what the story's about.
Sure. So it's a dark fantasy horror story. At its core, it's a story about a father and a son. Viking Wolf is Prince Gunnar, the protector of the Moonshire. He protects with his bloodhammer, which is this weapon that's powered by the enemies, or the blood of his enemies. The more blood it draws in battle, the more powerful it becomes. But his father is kidnapped, the king, and through that he starts to discover secrets that he didn't know, things about his father, that he wasn't really the man he thought he was. And now he has to sort of clean up his father's messes. And he learns like the true story of the Bloodhammer, where it came from. Just some fun, gory comics, as you can tell.
See, that's the I believe large intestine right there.
I was on Shane Davis's channel. He was obsessed with this, Matt. He says it looks like a smiling penis.
It kind of does.
It's so metal, dude. It's kick-ass. So this is, I heard you talking about it before, this is how he like kind of transports to Earth.
Yeah, when he comes from his world to Earth, he's bonded to this human, and he comes right through his body. So this poor guy gets ripped to shreds every time Viking Wolf comes to Earth.
So they're not one person, right? They're two different minds.
Yeah, they're two different people. When Viking Wolf comes to Earth, Travis, the human, he goes to the Moonshire.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's like reminds me of like some Etrigan the Demon stuff. You know, they had back in like the Jack Kirby version of that, they would kind of like switch places, but then they change it all the time. Like they're one, and then sometimes Jason Blood goes to hell, and then Etrigan comes to Earth and stuff like that. I love that character. So seeing a concept like that in here is really, really cool. And since you're doing that other universe, there's so much lore you can explore with that as well.
Yeah, that's the great thing. Like Matt's actually he asked if you could create a new character for the next volume. I'm all for it. Like it's like I love the true collaboration aspect of making comics.
Yeah,
it's not just my ideas, it's all of our ideas working together.
Me too. Yeah, that's so fun.
You're gonna like the new character idea. I already started on him. You're gonna like him. It's gonna
awesome.
Some cool visuals to write about.
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna be so fun. Like, look at this, man. This.
So this is a Renzo page. I love it. Renzo asked for more sexy ladies, but he's good at the gore too.
Yeah, that's insane, man. So cool. Let's see what we got in the chat. Yesterday's Fools in the chat. I'm ready for the Moral Compass figure. Yeah, you did those. I think I was able to grab one of those as well. A Moral Compass.
Yeah. I'm really happy how that turned out. I took a gamble getting those made. I already have them. And I was like, I just hope they don't sit there forever. Like, I want to sell out of those quick. So it's like a good promotion. And it worked. We were out of them in 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, you've inspired me to do something like that. Maybe for one of the Lost Pages characters for the next campaign. We're looking into some sculptors, so that's going to be
awesome.
Super fun. Yeah. Let's see. We got Sin's Corner. Exciting stuff, Matt. Yeah, this stuff looks great. Shadowhawks in the chat. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. And talk about this. This is awesome. Jose Garcia coming in.
I love that. That's so cool.
Doing a brand new cover. He is just killer on this. I'm sure he took 5 minutes to draw this whole thing. So
yeah, it was a quick turnaround time. I was at Jose ended up winning the Graveyard Shift fan art contest. Yeah. But I had actually commissioned this way before the fan art contest. So it's just a coincidence that he won it. And just for anyone, there was several judges for that fan art contest. It just wasn't me. So Jose earned that victory. But yeah, the first time I saw his art, I was a fan of it. I was like, oh, I want to get a Viking Wolf piece from him. And this is the cover for our black and white artist edition. A lot of people were asking if I was going to do a black and white version of the book. And I just think it's perfect for Matt and Renzo's artwork, just so you can see all the detail in it. And I thought this was, it's black, white, and red, the cover, but I think it fits perfectly with the artist edition of the book.
Yeah, he actually did a like vote for your favorite character, and then I'll draw him. Jose did, and my character, the silhouette one, and he finished this up. This is just kind of a progress thing that he did, and just so fun. Like his style. That's like one of my favorite things about being a writer is seeing my characters in different styles interpreted by different artists and stuff. So this was super fun, and man, this Viking Wolf piece is kick-ass. And what a great, super smart way of incorporating this into another version of the comic, because everybody loves that detail and seeing that black and white stuff. Kick-ass. Let's see what else we got here. So now these are some matte pages, right? These are some big splashes.
Yes, I just wanted to give an example of what the black and white pages would look like. So I included a black and white Matt page and Renzo page.
Yeah. That's page 1, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, page 1.
Damn, that's and this one too. I love the hammer, man. That double-handed warhammer. So cool. Now, does he have any special abilities with the hammer besides, chopping people in half?
Yeah. So, so the hammer actually absorbs the blood, and when it can't hold anymore, he creates these like force blasts with it that just like annihilate people.
That's sick. That's cool. Yeah, that's like reminds me of like some video game stuff where it's like a rage meter and it builds up and it has to explode with all that energy. So cool, dude. Let's see what else we got here. And this character looks so cool. I love, once I heard her character name, I'm like, oh, this is even better. And I'm pretty sure I got this. So this is kind of like would you say a pinup book?
Yeah, it's I call it the Haunted Pizza Yearbook. That's the name of my company that I publish everything through. Yeah. I was inspired by the 90s. Extreme Studios, Rob Liefeld's company, would always put out a yearbook, and it would have bios of all the creators at Extreme Studios, and then pinups, some exclusive artwork, stuff like that. So I wanted to do the same thing with all the creators I'm working with. And I thought it was a great way to introduce a new property I have in the works called Gun Goth. And I got Renzo to do the cover, but I'm doing the Gun Goth book with Dexter Weeks and Mark Yoon, some creators I've worked with in the past. This is going to be a foil cover too, to keep the 90s theme going. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Matt's in the book, Mike McMahon, Dexter Weeks, even my son Chase is in it.
That's awesome. That's so fun, dude. I love seeing new types of books coming out. Definitely, guys, if you're getting this Viking Wolf, add this on as well, because that's going to be a one-of-a-kind thing. Something different that people really aren't doing anymore. Let's see. You got in the chat, Tentacle says, Bloodhammer replica when?
Yeah, that's something we'll have to work on.
Everybody wants that. That's awesome. And, with the rest of your campaigns you're doing with the Haunted Pizza, you've been doing these kick-ass like executive boxes, man. Talk about this. This is cool.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this collector's case because Viking Wolf is printed oversized. It's going to be 8.5 by 11.
Really?
Yeah. But I found an oversized case. I mean, you can tell it's much bigger.
Yeah.
Much wider too. So I have to find more stuff to add to it. And we already announced like the first thing we're adding to the box. Yeah. And that I was going through my inventory of like all my comps and stuff, and I found a retailer incentive cover I did back in 2007 for my book Coney Waves, and I have enough that I'm going to include them in all the collector's boxes.
Nice.
Yeah. It's one of my earliest works, so yeah, it'll be a cool addition to the box.
Dude, yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be one of the first oversized books that I'm getting through crowdfunding. That's kick-ass. I didn't realize you guys were doing that. That's really cool. What was the kind of idea behind that? You know, doing this book like that.
I just felt Matt and Renzo's art deserved it. Both of them are such great artists, and the detail they put into it, to see it in an oversized format, to really enjoy it. I think that's the reading experience you need.
For sure. No, that's great, because the amount of detail put into these pages, and hopefully, I mean, as you can see from the art, the amount of blood as well on these pages is going to be really kick-ass. Now, how many pages is this first book?
The book's 40 pages.
Nice.
So it's going to be about 31 pages of story, and then pinups and behind-the-scenes stuff, and like a preview to issue 2.
Awesome. And there you have it. You know, issue 2 is going to be coming. Mark is a guy that's putting out something every time he has space to put something out. It's insane. Both you guys have day jobs like myself. How do you find time to get this stuff done, get all this stuff written, Mark? It's insane. Like, balancing that. For me, like, I'm staying up until 5 a.m. writing and lettering stuff for myself. What do you guys do?
For me, it's just what I love to do. So after I'm done the 9 to 5, I work on, I spend time with my family, but they know I love doing this. And, that's what my spare time spent on, making new books, fulfilling books. I don't know. I couldn't imagine, like, playing video games or, watching TV. Making comics is more fun to me.
Yeah, for sure. So when before we get to Matt on that, when you're writing, Mark, how does it go? You're in front of your keyboard. Do you do a outline first? Do you plot? How does your writing process work?
Usually I'll outline ideas, and just like ideas for like cool scenes, and it doesn't have to be in order. I'll figure out the order later. I just want like my main points, because I just see like certain scenes that I want to happen, and I want to make sure I get them down, and then I'll start putting that outline in order, and then just filling in all the details. I usually write on my laptop, but sometimes, like, if my son wants me to hang out with him and watch him play Pokemon, I have Google Docs on my phone. I'm sneaking in some writing too.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. And like your example of getting those specific scenes down, I think that's really key as a writer, to kind of like have these badass moments that are strung together by, your plot. So in my mind, the reader is going to hopefully remember those key moments on a page or every couple pages. And that's what's going to keep them coming back and remembering your story. So,
yeah, you need that wow factor, those images that are going to be ingrained in the reader's brain, that, that's the stuff they're going to remember.
For sure. Matt, what about you when you're, sitting down to draw? Because, we as writers have a lot more free time than the artists.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know. I just carve out the time. I do it in the evening usually. I'll start working on maybe 9, work until maybe 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Work on the weekends, holidays, things like that. So just make time for it. I mean, just like anything else, you make time to binge watch Netflix.
Yeah, for sure. And you do. What's that?
I said you do this instead.
Yeah, for sure. Now, do you do all traditional all the time?
Not all the time. I kind of go back and forth. I'll do. I mean, my commissions are all 100% traditional when I do commission people. But for something like this, I mean, I'll do traditional, and then sometimes I'll scan it in, I'll clean it up. Sometimes I'll add some elements here and there in Clip Studio. But for the most part, I'm traditional. I use like a Winsor Newton Series 7 brush. I use a Crow Quill, microns. So mostly just traditional. Yeah,
that's I love the traditional stuff, man. Your anatomy and muscle structure, it's just so bombastic and kick-ass. Like here, I pull up your Instagram here, and if you guys haven't followed Matt on Instagram, is that Cartoon Muscle?
Yep.
And just the muscles, man, they're just kick ass. This is the stuff I love. I'm a huge, big body character fan, as you can see from some of the characters I write. But I'm a huge Lobo fan and Simon Bisley. I just picked up Simon Bisley's Body Count Ninja Turtles book.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So cool. So I'm reading through this, and his his painted stuff is insane. But yeah, so that's where I come from with this, and this is why I love your art. Even your chicks, man, they're very unique to your style. So I always love seeing artists that have a style. Like I think I was going through Facebook and I saw you posted just like a sheet with some sketches on it of like different figures, and I saw a chick standing like this from behind in her butt, and I'm like, this has to be Matt. Like you have to, you draw chicks' butts a certain way.
You draw them a certain way for sure.
Yeah, and it's almost like graffiti-esque. The way you draw chicks. It's kind of reminds me of like Tank Girl stuff. It's a very I love that stuff. But here's this Lobo, man. Yeah, so if you guys are in the chat,
like exaggerating the anatomy too. I'm a big fan of that exaggerated anatomy from like the 90s comics. Like Platt and Keith. The way they drew the Max. I enjoy that. Playing with it.
Yeah, super fun stuff. So everybody follow Matt, and it's the same on Twitter as well. So follow him there too, because you're not going to want to miss out on the new stuff that he's putting out. It's going to be so fun, and you're going to be working with us over on some stuff as well in the future. And here, I pulled out the original of that badass Crimstone piece.
Yeah, that was fun to draw.
It is freaking awesome, dude. And the tongue, this is like now whenever I am working with an artist, I'm like, hey, can you do like a Crimstone? I always I send them this tongue picture because I'm like, that weird ass ribbed tongue is so cool. And yeah, it's just that this is the standard now. So can't wait to work with you more on this character. It's gonna be so badass. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Everybody's digging the art, sick stuff. I'm going to check out your stuff. Yeah, definitely follow him and back this book, Viking Wolf, everybody. You have a lot to choose from here. I would implore you guys to pick up that yearbook as well. And this is the fan pack. So this comes with basically one of everything, right?
Yeah, it has Matt and Renzo's covers for book one. It has the black and white artist edition, and then the Haunted Pizza yearbook. So if you signed up for our mailing list, the fan pack was available to you through a secret discounted tier for $75.
Kick ass. Yeah, and of course you can get the regular book for $25. This is a 40-page book, oversized, which is going to be so cool. And I imagine it's going to be square bound.
Yep.
Has a good page count. And what are your add-ons looking like?
The add-ons are you can get all four of those books as add-ons.
Cool. So you can mix and match.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, add-on section is very, very good. Viking collector case, which we saw already. And when you get this, what does the case come with?
It'll come with the four books that I just mentioned, a metal trading card, and we just announced that it'll come with my 2007 retailer incentive cover for Coney Waves Demon Slayer.
Okay, guys. And that trading card, have you guys showed that off yet?
No. Phoenix Animation's going to make it for us. Haven't decided what artwork I'm going to put on it yet.
Sure.
I think it needs to be something special.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, guys, the best part of this campaign is the amount of original art that you're able to get. These kick-ass big splash pages by Matt. And now, does Renzo have any originals on here as well?
No. Renzo did say he has some pencil originals, but we don't have them for the campaign. Matt was nice enough to donate all of his originals for the campaign.
Kick ass. Yeah, I want to pull up one of those because you tweeted this out recently, and this is just awesome. Who is this guy here?
This is the villain of our story, the Toll Man.
Wow.
I actually have all the originals right here. I could share them if you want. I could show you the actual page
For
instead
sure.
of the
Hell yeah, man.
just so you can.
God,
Look at
that's so cool, dude. It's just I'm a sucker for badasses sitting in like thrones. Like
Yeah.
very like who used to do that all the time? Buscema used to do that for like Conan stuff, and reminds me of like Mephisto sitting in a chair like a badass. I totally want to do a cover for one of my characters.
Here's a double page spread.
Whoa, and that's the Toll Man as well.
Yep.
Awesome. That's sick.
And then probably my favorite page in the book, this one right here.
Yep. Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah, we actually we sold the cover already, and page 19.
Oh, congrats, guys! Yeah, it's so big. I love working with traditional artists just so the fans have something. They're basically being a part of the creation of this, and they get that awesome token of traditional art. It's such a big deal when people do grab those, because it's a good bump at the campaign. It really helps us out, helps both the campaign and the artist out immensely. So guys, if you're into traditional art, this has some of the best on it for this campaign right now. It is just so good. And you said the cover did sell, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. And you guys have a trailer. I forgot to share that off. We'll pop that trailer up right now. Let's see here. Whoops. That was awesome. Super metal.
that was my I don't know, my goal is to have the most metal trailer I could make. The Red Gaze did the trailer for me. I got
Nice.
Joe Sontag to scream Viking Wolf at the end.
That's kick ass, man. Yeah, this the trailer is like getting kicked in the face, and I would imagine the book is like the same thing.
Yeah, no, that's a good description.
Yeah, it's so cool. Well, guys, this is it's been about a half hour. I appreciate you guys coming on and talking about this. I'm so glad that it's crowdfunding now. I backed the first day, and I'm getting one of those little Mark Poultons, so I could have him fight my big Lobo statue behind me. So I think Mark could take him. Where could people find you? You guys going to be on streams in the future, coming up this week? What's going on with you guys?
Yeah, you can find us. We'll be streaming on my channel, and then we'll probably have more interviews lined up throughout the campaign. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves, and my own channel, Primetime Poulton, on YouTube.
Kick ass. What about you, Matt?
I'm on Instagram at Cartoon Muscle, and on Twitter, same handle. Awesome.
Matt, are you doing any projects in the future that will be crowdfunding or art?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll be working with Mark again soon. We haven't discussed it, but yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're definitely doing Viking Wolf too. Their reaction to the book has been great.
Yeah, great launch. It's going strong. Let's see what you guys are at currently. Let me pull this up again. You guys are at 165 backers with $12,537. Still 25 days left, which is amazing. And I'm sure you guys, are going to extend like people usually do. So you guys have time, but this is when we want to keep these campaigns going strong. So if this is something you like, I would suggest backing now. If you guys can't back now, always remember there's this heart button right here. You can click follow, then you'll get all the updates that the backers get. So that's really helpful. Let's see. Monstrosity says, "Damn, I'm late." Yeah, we did did a half hour, brother. So go back and watch the stream because it was a lot of fun. This book is nonstop action. It looks like. But just before we take off, I wanted to say that we do still have Magic Cop 2 up, which is my comic that my brother and I are doing together. It's shipping out next month in July. So today I just ordered the trading cards and the fold-out poster for the backers. So that's super exciting. Things are going to be showing up soon. And if you guys haven't, definitely back that one. And for our upcoming book, we have The Lost Pages 2. If you guys haven't signed up for this one, definitely do so. The link is in the description below. Free to sign up. You'll get all the information you need. And we might be seeing some Matt Dalton work in here with some crim action. We found out a way how to get this guy in a book like Mark did without doing essentials. So super excited about that because we're doing it like kind of like the first one where it was a mashup of multiple artists, where we're taking that to another level here with this Crimstone stuff. This one's going to focus on the silhouette. So we're working with Maxie Dallow again, who was the artist for the silhouette in the first book, and another artist named Avery Butterworth, who did some work with us on a character called The People in the bonus comic of the first Lost Pages. So sign up for this, guys. It's going to be a hell of a ride. We're going to try to do some sculpted stuff too, kind of little figure stuff like Mark did on Viking Wolf. So definitely going to want to be on this mailing list. Other than that, guys, it's been awesome. I'm so glad I got you on the show. Everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in, and hit that like button, hit the subscribe, check out Viking Wolf, and follow these guys wherever they are. And we will see you guys